Welcome to episode 75 of Sport SA Daily Diary. Today we're chatting to junior world champion, South African mountain biker, Luke Moir. Luke, how are we doing today, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. And you? Bit tired of lockdown, but getting through it.
Yeah, I think we're all getting a bit tired of being stuck in a cabin and stuck with those closest to us. What have you been doing to keep fit, Luke? Not too easy to go ride a mountain bike around the garden.
Yeah, we've invested in a indoor smart trainer that's helped me a lot actually. So every single day I've got like my normal training program. I just do it downstairs on the smart trainer, and we use this app called Zwift that all the other riders are using as well, and it's like a virtual riding system. It's like a bit of a video game, and you can do races and do your training on there. So
And how much training do you do a day?
Every single day is different. So around about 2 hours, like that's the minimum, like every single day.
Okay, but I suppose that doesn't really give you the feeling of, what a true mountain bike ride would, with all the technical bits and, climbing over the rocks and different crevices and that sort of thing.
No, yeah, definitely. I really do miss that, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, Luke, tell me, you're still at school, hey? You're at Saks.
Yeah, Saks. 11.
How long have you been mountain biking for, Luke?
I'd say I think about 6 years. Racing, racing like 6 years and riding for like 10 years now, I think.
And do you play any other sports, or is mountain biking your sole focus?
Yeah, mountain biking's the main thing I do. No school sports. The school gives me a bit of leverage there, and they say it's all good. You can travel, you can train, because it's an everyday thing.
Yeah. And Luke, when did you see that this actually might be a career for you? I mean, right now you ranked as the #1 cross-country rider in the world. Never mind South Africa, but the world. I mean, that's an amazing achievement for yourself.
Thank you. Well, like my dad said, he always saw potential in me when I was young, but about 4 years ago, I was just getting into the sport. Like I really wanted to do as good as I could. And my dad started taking me overseas and racing there, and I just wanted to win everything. And I just love the sport so much, and I just always wanted to be the best at it now. And then
And you, I mean, growing up, did you have mates that you were riding with, and are they still able to stay anywhere near you, or do you just ride away from them?
I do have quite a few mates that ride, but not many can train with me. Just on the downhills they can keep up with me, but on the uphills.
Yeah, I'm sure you make them eat your dust all the time. Luke, you mentioned you've been riding for a while. You won SA Champs at the age of 12 in your under 12 category, and you got to wear the South African jersey for a year. That must have been a real special moment to kind of start your career with.
Oh, that was one of my biggest highlights ever. That was one of my like massive dreams when I was younger. I just wanted to wear it the SA colours the next year in my age group, and yeah, that was one of the coolest moments ever.
Yeah, I'm sure. And since then, you've raced overseas. You've raced in Switzerland. You've raced in Italy. You've won races there. You won SA Champs again last year. I mean, your CV in terms of your mountain biking career is just going up and up and up.
Thank you. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'll just try my best.
And tell me, Luke, do you have a mentor or someone that you look up to and say, I want to be like him?
I do definitely. Actually, a few of them are not even mountain bikers. A few motocross riders, some F1 drivers. But in the mountain biking scene, I definitely look up to Mathieu van der Poel, one of the fastest riders and best all-rounders I've ever seen.
Okay. And in terms of the different riding styles, you obviously do cross country, you do enduro, you do jump. Which is your favorite of the three?
I would say cross country because it's going to be the Olympic. Well, it is the Olympic format for mountain biking, and definitely want to do the Olympics one day. And it's very crowd friendly.
Yeah. So obviously Olympics 2021 now is a bit too close. Is the aim for the 2024 Olympics?
So next year I will be old enough to qualify for the Olympics, but it is still like a bit early, but I could have a chance next year. But yeah, if that doesn't happen, definitely 2024 Olympics are going to be, that's where I want to be.
Okay. And the aim for your career, obviously the Absa Cape Epic is on the horizon next year possibly? Or is
I
it
think
too
next
soon?
year might be a bit too soon. Yeah, bit too soon with my age, but like I think starting to see those the Wind to Wales, those kind of races, those could happen for me next year.
Have you done any stage races as yet?
Nope, never.
Not. So it's just the one-day stuff that you've been riding so far.
Yeah.
But you've got a very experienced coach in Mike Posthumus. What's it like training with him? Because number one, he's a very good rider himself, and two, what sort of keys or key learnings do you get from him on a day-to-day basis?
Well, when I started with Mike, I felt my training ramp up and the intensity changed and everything was more scientific and it's crazy how much I improved after that. And yeah, it's just the feedback that he gives me after like one session is it's insane. Like it's so scientific and yeah, no, it helped me a lot. He's definitely pushed me to the next level.
So you find that those sort of scientific elements of the training or the feedback that you get from that actually improve your riding, your physical riding.
Yeah, definitely. Because he knows when I'm fatigued and when I'm not feeling the best, or just by looking at the numbers.
Okay. And Luke, you ride on a Silverback. Have you always ridden that bike, or is that a new venture for you?
I've been on Silverback for 3 years now, and it's been a crazy good journey. I've loved the bike.
Okay, that's good. And Luke, have you had any low moments in your career? Obviously, there have been many highs. The winning races around the world and fifth at the World Champs in 2019, even after puncturing on the last lap. Have there been any low moments in your career that have sort of been there to highlight?
Sometimes in the past 2 years, I've had a bit of times when I've traveled overseas and just not had the best races. But I've always managed to bounce back and get faster and beat those guys in the end. Because I just feel more motivated when I get beaten, and yeah, just don't want to lose.
I'm sure. And there's the World Champs were due to be in June this year in Germany. I presume those have since been postponed.
Yeah, it's been postponed. I can't remember the date, but yeah, it's been postponed.
And the aim for that is an improvement on the fifth, or are you going for the win? Obviously.
I want to go for the win.
Okay. Well, we certainly hope that you will be.
Thanks.
Luke, do you have advice for youngsters that would be interested in getting into the sport? maybe seeing you and how you've developed in your career at such a young age, what would you say to a youngster, a 10, 11-year-old that wanted to take up the sport of mountain biking and cross country in particular?
I would just say straight, just go find a place to go build some trails by yourself or with some mates and build some jumps, build some rock gardens, have some fun on the bike there. Because that's the main reason why we all do this sport, is just to have fun. The training, you can do that whenever, that will come.
And have you had any bad accidents throughout your career?
When I was 13, I broke my arm on a training ride in Switzerland. It was quite a bad break as well, and then I had to travel back home. Wasn't the greatest of times.
But that didn't sort of have any negative impact in terms of you wanting to stop riding or anything? Did you just get straight back on the bike?
I missed a couple of nationals because of it, but I got back in time just for my SA champs that year, and I felt more motivated after the broken arm. I just wanted to get back on the bike even more. Just enjoy the freedom again. So I don't think, definitely not. No.
And it didn't hold you back from, going around the corner much faster or being a little bit more cautious? Were you just riding as if it never happened?
Yeah, I'd say riding as if it never happened.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Luke, it's been great chatting to you today on Sport SA Daily Diaries. Thanks very much for your time. Good luck at the World Champs whenever it does happen. We hope to see you on the top step.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Take care. Cheers, mate.
You too. Cheers.
Don't miss tomorrow's episode of Sport SA Daily Diary, where we'll be chatting to the man affectionately known as the Rose of Soweto, South African boxer Dingo Ntebela.